various reasons, including the changing global climate, wildfires are getting bigger, more destructive, and more expensive. Prescribed burning is an effective method of controlling hazardous fuel loads to prevent devastating wildfires, while also helping ecosystems achieve a natural balance. There's no element of prescribed burning more important than weather. Weather is the main controlling agent of fire behavior, smoke behavior, fuel condition, and flammability, and fire containment. All of these affect the success and safety of the burn. Skilled crews backed by extremely accurate and reliable weather conditions in real time on a microclimate scale are the single most significant factors for a successful burn.
This afternoon they're east at 6. Mixing height's 4,000 feet. Transport winds are going to be north at 9.
The Apalachicola National Forest is the largest U.S. national forest in Florida, spanning over 570,000 acres. The national forests in Florida are among those leading the nation in prescribed burning, with most areas being burned every 3 to 5 years. Approximately 150,000 to 175,000 acres of national forest land are burned annually.
Our weather station is set right about where that's just past that star, I think.
Okay. And the fire's going to start down here, we think?
Yep.
Okay.
Right over in here. I think that's where I stuck it at.
These prescribed burns are conducted by highly qualified U.S. Forest Service personnel. The primary objectives are ecosystem restoration, habitat improvement for threatened and endangered species, and most importantly, wildfire fuel reduction in areas in the vicinity of urban communities. Reducing fuel loads, the buildup of excess organic matter, can dramatically reduce the risk of uncontrolled wildfires. Truly a case of fighting fire with fire. The Apalachicola National Forest 2011 prescribed burn season began in October 2010, with a plan to burn approximately 100,000 acres.
It reduces the fuel loading in the woods in case of wildfires. Wildfires burn, they burn a lot harder, a lot faster, and they typically burn in areas that have a lot of fuel loading, which means it hasn't been burned in a long time. So they produce more smokes, more emissions, and more hazardous particulates and stuff like that, higher levels of that. So prescribed burning is a lot less of that. It's not as hot a fire, mostly a backing fire. So it's a lot, dare say the word cooler, but it's not near as intense. Healthier for the forest. Some of these species are fire dependent, like the longleaf pine tree and the longleaf wiregrass. It takes fire to open the seed up in order for them to get into the soil and germinate.
Accurate weather data is integral to accurately predicting fire risk. The accepted standard in North America is equipment that provides data with scientific grade accuracy, absolute reliability in even the harshest environments, and that employ designs that provide the simplicity of both installation and maintenance. A key tool that's relied on by fire management agencies to successfully manage land use to reduce the risk of large catastrophic wildfires and combat them when they do occur is a network of specialized fire weather stations. Current and historical weather data from this network of fixed or permanent weather stations allows computation of fire danger indices and ultimately helps to make decisions about resource allocation. These decisions are often worth tens of millions of dollars.
After March 15th, then we start the green burns. And you see we mark every one we get done.
A portable RAWS, or Remote Automated Weather Station, is invaluable for safely conducting prescribed burning. It's a full weather station offering the same reliability and scientific-grade accuracy, as well as the same sensors and telemetry options as a permanent or fixed weather station. Yet it's a weather station that comes in a highly portable package. It's referred to as a quick deploy, or QD, as it can be completely set up by one person and be operating in less than 15 minutes without any tools, and can be taken down even faster and then moved. This ease of assembly and disassembly gives the team the greatest flexibility in getting the information it needs when they need it. Adjustable telescoping legs provide the flexibility to put it wherever it's needed. The foot spikes keep it stable in softer ground, and the hinged lily pad feet are perfect for when the ground is too soft or too hard. In short, it can be set up virtually anywhere. Its portability means that several units can be placed at the fire line and then rapidly relocated to locations in which they are needed.
We'll leave it there till the end of the burn. Come back and punch one last weather for the report, and then, tack it up.
The more you know about the weather conditions and the more accurate the data, more acres can be safely burned. The key element for a successful prescribed burn is measuring the weather. In other words, a successful prescribed burn is one in which the team lets the weather work to its best advantage.
We like to know the weather conditions because we have a certain way we want to burn stuff. Let's say, for instance, this particular compartment, we didn't want to burn it with a south wind because there was private land to the north. So we wanted a north wind, which we had, and we wanted a low humidity day, which we got. So knowing the weather helps us figure out the fuel moisture of the stuff that's here.
Because accurate, reliable weather data is essential to plan and execute a prescribed burn safely, a portable RAWS designed specifically for fire weather monitoring is important. One designed with years of customer feedback and real-world use by fire management professionals. This portable RAWS is configured with a radio voice transmitter, or RVT. It provides real-time data to the fire crews via standard handheld radios.
Station number 4, air temperature 70.5 degrees, humidity 1%, wind speed 2.8 miles per hour.
The RVT can broadcast up-to-the-minute current weather conditions via a digitized voice. In addition, instant alerts will be broadcast if any weather parameter threshold is exceeded. This provides real-time decision-making, maximizing fire crew safety, and helping prevent escaped burns.
And it did its job. It warned us, warning, humidity 29%, then it would go to 27 and 25.
The QD also transmits extremely accurate weather data via the GOES satellite system, just like the larger fixed RAWS. Therefore, it's not just on-demand weather and instant alerts. It provides immediate expansion of an existing fire weather network with a finer resolution of locations.
Wait, how often do you burn?
About every 2 years. We try
2 years.
we try to get everything on a 2-year cycle, or 2 to 3 year cycle. Over here, more so. They just have more wiregrass on this side than we do.
So this was burned how long ago?
I'm guessing about a month. I don't remember the exact time. It's been about a month, I think.
Very much alive.
Yeah.
Just got a haircut.
It would be a lot neater if it was May, April and May. Stuff really comes back. I mean, in 2 days you may have 3 or 4 inches of green in 2 or 3 days.
Amazing.
That much come back. But you can imagine just standing here and looking at all this brush, all of the sticks that are sticking up. That was just loaded with leaves, and you couldn't see, at this height, you couldn't see 20, 30 feet right there. So now, hopefully, in the wintertime or in the summertime, we kill this stuff a little bit better, and it knocks it down and keeps it from coming back so thick, and it helps promote grass growth, and that stuff will eventually, after a few years, die off and fall down, and it'll burn up in the next couple of burns or something, and then it'll be an open stand.
Fuels budgets are based on the acreage burned, so any apparatus that allows for an increased volume of fuels to be burned safely can pay for itself very quickly. Multiple portable weather stations set up ahead of the planned burn provide a far higher resolution of historical data. A touchscreen makes modifying configurations or entering new ones simple and quick, so there is no need for laptops. All the software is built in, and the graphical touch-based interface means that there's no need for specialized trained technicians. Anyone can set it up, and everything from checking current conditions to performing diagnostics to setting conditional logging parameters can be done without connecting a laptop. GOES antennas typically require precise positioning and alignment to ensure transmissions to the satellite are successful, so choosing a portable RAWS that offers an omnidirectional GOES antenna is key for having the station completely set up and operational in 15 minutes. A traditional Yagi antenna requires precise alignment and positioning, which can double the time to have the station ready to transmit. They are also easily damaged.
The weather station, we got east winds today, so I'm not sure where they want to set the weather station up, but it's going to be somewhere past this line, I would think. Well, for us, it's a lot more on convenience and accuracy than anything like that, because it's a lot easier to be able to just punch 3 buttons on the handheld radio and have the weather called out to everybody that can, we'll say, attention on the burn, stand by for the weather, punch up the numbers, and then the weather is called out, and then everybody has the time to, to stop for a minute and take a pen, write down the weather, and the burn boss can do this in his notes and track it down. And that would be versus somebody stopping for 15 to 20 minutes and, getting out a bellwether kit and standing on the side of the road, doing a sling cyclometer, doing the calculations. And it's something that you have to easily keep, you have to keep track of, make sure everything's written down the whole time, and then you have to call it out on the air, on the radio, so that everybody could hear you. But just having a station, everything's recorded for you automatically. Even if you don't write it down, you can still go back and get it later, call it up on the display or whatever you want. And, it's a lot easier.
Station number 4, air temperature 70.3 degrees, humidity 27%, wind speed 2.8 miles per hour.
On complex burns where the prescription is tight, instant access to on-site scientific-grade data provides reassurance and peace of mind. The same data is stored in the data logger and is easily retrieved for post-burn reports or even investigations should something go wrong. Accurate fire weather monitoring with a network of fixed RAWS and on-site portable RAWS providing historical and empirical data prior to a prescribed burn is critical in the planning stages. Because the systems are built to be quickly set up and taken down by one person, they can be repositioned around a fire to gather the most integral information.
If this had been a wildfire coming through this right here, that timber, as low as it is with all the needles, that would have been really shot. I mean, that would have, if it had been a head fire going through that would have really killed that stand really hard. It would have burned it up pretty good. Probably wouldn't have annihilated it, but it would have really hurt the dollar value worth that was left in there.
So that's why it's so critical to know the weather.
Yeah.
Wildfires do occur, and their occurrence is a natural part of the ecosystem. Accurate meteorological data from an established and dedicated network of permanent fire weather stations helps in the prediction, prevention, and management of them. Prescribed burning is perhaps the greatest strategy fire management agencies can employ to prevent devastating wildfires. A portable, quick-deploy remote automated weather station provides real-time weather conditions at the location of the fire. It can help burn more land safely, and in both cases, helps to ultimately save lives.